Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News. I'm Chelsea Reynolds.
And I'm Christine Mitchell. This week, students are being given a different kind of career fair. The SEC-ACC Virtual Career Fair will be held tomorrow, April 3rd through Thursday, April 5th. 38 companies will be represented at the fair, where participants will interact with recruiters through live online chats. The career fair is free to Auburn students and alumni. For more information, call the Auburn Career Center at 334-844-744.
Auburn has made leaps and bounds in promoting sustainability throughout campus, and now Auburn students are being given the opportunity to work directly with the sustainability program. The Office of Sustainability is accepting applications for the new 2000 and 2012 Fall Internship Program. The student interns selected will promote sustainability on campus in one of 3 internship positions available. Applications are due April 4th.
2 organizations here at Auburn held a special event Wednesday for a worthwhile cause. Eagle Eye's Aaron Jones attended the event to see what it was all about.
War Eagle!
The buzz on the Student Center lawn Tuesday was definitely all about tie-dye with Pat Dye. The Auburn students and community alike enjoyed several activities, from face painting to taking pictures with Aubie to making their own tie-dye shirts. Auburn fans were also treated with a bit of a rarity, having both former coach Pat Dye and former offensive tackle Kendall Simmons at the event to sign autographs and take pictures. But let's not forget what the event was all about: promoting awareness for diabetes. Kendall Simmons is definitely no stranger to the cause, as he himself was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes in 2003. To find out just how much preparation was involved, I caught up with Avery Curtis, who is a representative from Delta Sigma Theta.
We started at the end of December and really got the ball rolling after a break in January. So it has taken quite a bit, and we are just amazed at how great it's become.
To get some more insight on what the community can do to help diabetics, I spoke with Rachel Smith from Chi Omega.
There's definitely a need for more specific foods for diabetics, because I know it's really hard for them to find sugar-free options and things that are healthy for them.
With the Auburn family showing their support, Tie-Dye with Pat Dye has definitely been a huge success. Reporting for Eagle Eye News, I'm Aaron Jones.
I don't know about you, but I'm really sad that I missed out on that, because I really want to meet Pat Dye.
It would be pretty cool. I mean, we only pass his picture and name up on our stadium in the middle of campus every day.
I know. I mean, how cool is that?
I have a friend who met him, and she said it was really cool.
I'm jealous. Well, stay tuned. We'll be right back with Eagle Eye Sports with Ben Duran.
One of the best things about Auburn is the Creed. It talks about having a spirit that is not afraid. It inspired me to research early signs of autism.
I've been inspired to develop software that helps man's best friend detect explosives and save lives.
It inspired me to work with my faculty mentor, researching the causes of obesity, which could help change lives. I believe in Auburn and love it.
When you're part of a family, you sometimes have reunions in the most unexpected places.
War Eagle. Hey, War Eagle.
Uniquely Auburn. War Eagle.
Welcome back to this edition of Eagle Eye Sports. I'm Ben Duran. All good news from the gridiron after Auburn held their first spring scrimmage of the offseason. Both the offense and defense for the Tigers saw big plays from leaders as well as their young talent. Kyle Frazier connected with Emery Blake multiple times, including a bomb into the end zone. Running back Corey Grant and wideout Sammy Coates saw a good amount of yards in the scrimmage after having promising performances. The defense was in similar fashion. Linebackers Chris Frost and Robinson Therese got their hands on the ball after stripping a fumble and tip drilling the offense. And though head coach Gene Chizik said none of the players truly stood out, he believes his squad is moving in the right direction.
The scrimmage, I thought,
last year's
midseason on both sides of the ball. It's going to be great teaching moments. It's going to be a lot of good tape to teach from. And again, on both sides of the ball, I think there's going to be some good things that show up and some bad things, and a lot of correctable things. But offensively, I felt like, you know, there was a lot of positives. I felt like that we tried to run the football in a physical manner. I thought we had a few explosive plays that were good to see. Conversely, on defense, and or as well on defense, I should say, I saw some positive things as well. I saw some explosive plays on defense, being turnovers and sacks. Saw a couple of those. Saw a few 3-and-outs. And again, we're really trying to teach situations in football, and I think our kids are getting a grasp of it. They're not there yet, but again, you know, on both sides of the ball, there's some good things that happen, and a lot of things that'll be correctable. Well, you know, I really wasn't kidding when I said we're still learning to break the huddle. I mean, you know, we're really learning, you know, the process of a play from the beginning to the end, and I thought today, for the first, you know, scrimmage type atmosphere, you know, in and out of the huddle, calling the plays, you know, people getting lined up for the most part was really, really good. Where we definitely need to improve is, you know, with the formations and who's on the ball, who's off the ball, the different movements that we're doing, and you know, not getting penalties because we're aligned wrong, is going to be something that we definitely can improve on, you know, this upcoming week.
Last year's midseason starting quarterback, Clint Mosley, did not participate in this scrimmage due to his ongoing shoulder injury. Auburn's final spring practice scrimmage will be next Saturday for Auburn's very own A-Day. At the beginning of the season, Auburn baseball was predicted to finish near the bottom of the SEC West, let alone the conference. But this stellar in claiming all 3 SEC series this far into the season. The Tigers are now tied for first in the SEC West and second overall in the conference. The number 24 ranked team in the nation welcomed the Bulldogs of Mississippi State to the Plains this past weekend. Dropping the series opener 5-3, the Tigers took to the diamond on Saturday behind undefeated Will Kendall. Kendall pitched 6 1/3 innings while giving up just 4 hits while putting 4 Ks on the board. With the 10-6 victory over in conference rival, Kendall moves to 4-0 on the season. Auburn would eventually take the series after defeating Mississippi State 10-2 on Sunday. The series win marks the first time Auburn has opened their schedule with 3 consecutive SEC series wins since 2003. The Tigers now move to 17-11 overall and 6-3 in the SEC. Auburn was full of SEC wins this weekend and claimed an additional series in the conference when the ladies' Auburn softball traveled to Oxford, Mississippi. Auburn battled through 3 extra innings in the first game against the Rebels, and after falling into a 3-run deficit, second baseman Brooke Latham slapped in the tying and game-winning runs to take the first game of the series 9-5. Saturday, 7-4, the girls would clinch Auburn's first SEC series win this spring. 24th ranked softball returns home this weekend to take on the Volunteers of Tennessee for a 3-game series. That's going to do it for us here in the sports studio. For more information on Auburn sports, as well as stats, scores, and updates, and news from around the SEC, follow us on Twitter at Eagle Eye Sports or our website, eagleeyetv.com. For Eagle Eye Sports, I'm Ben Duran. We'll be back with news just in a bit.
This is where the Auburn spirit is realized. This is where we believe it's a practical world, and we'll be ready. This is where faculty are mentors, and passionate tradition meets the present and connects us to something larger. This is where we believe in each other, and we're all in to be more than a university. We're a family, the Auburn family, and there's nothing else like it. This is Auburn University.
Auburn is more than a top 50 public university, and one of the nation's few land, sea, and space grant universities. For hundreds of thousands of people worldwide,
War Eagle! War Eagle!
Auburn is family. Visit the Auburn family at wareaglemoment.org.
The Auburn University Meat Science Association and Collegiate Cattlemen and Cattlewomen will host a special presentation by the Federal Bureau of Investigation this week. On April 9th, FBA Special Agent John Frank will give a lecture on agroterrorism, bioterrorism, and biosecurity. For more information, contact Stacey DeGear at sld0023@auburn.edu.
This past Saturday, the Auburn Environmental Awareness Organization hosted Earth Fest at the Davis Arboretum on Auburn's campus. I attended the festival to see how Auburn students are showing appreciation and raising awareness for Earth Day. The Davis Arboretum hosted this year's Earth Fest, where several student-run tents displayed awareness principles and how Auburn students can help to promote community as well as global awareness and contribute to the cause. The Auburn Environmental Awareness Organization created a safe environment for students, families, and pets alike, all celebrating and promoting earthly awareness. Tents included the Office of Sustainability, free yoga sessions, Alabama water control, overpopulation awareness, and Tigers for Tigers as an endangered species. Local farmers and vendors had several natural product substitutes for sale, such as body scrubs, clothing, and food. The occasion's most popular attraction was the live music played by local bands throughout the day. Auburn graphic design major Kensley McGuire shared why promoting healthy earth awareness is important for the Auburn student population.
It's good for us to start now and start working on recycling and just not just leaving trash everywhere, even if it's just picking up a bottle you see on the side of the road. That at least makes that one area look better. So I feel like we should, we can do our part and just pick up trash that we see. I'm not saying, you have to make sure you recycle every bottle, but when you can, recycle something. There's a lot we can do to help. It's really simple.
This year, the Earth Fest donated a portion of its proceeds to the Alabama Water Watch Association. When I went to the fest on Saturday, I had one of their an organic strawberry cheese cupcake.
That sounds really good.
It was pretty good. It impressed me.
Yeah, most people think that organic stuff is not very good, but I guess that's not the case.
Cupcakes, they'll do it.
And we'll be right back with Eagle Eye Entertainment.
One of the best things about Auburn is the Creed. It talks about having a spirit that is not afraid. It inspired me to research early signs of autism.
I've been inspired to develop software that helps man's best friend detect explosives and save lives.
It inspired me to work with my faculty mentor, researching the causes of obesity, which could help change lives. I believe in Auburn and love it.
When you're part of a family, you sometimes have reunions in the most unexpected places.
War Eagle. Hey, War Eagle.
Uniquely Auburn. War Eagle.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye Entertainment. I'm Shannon Smith. Last Tuesday, the J. Sanders Film Festival returned to the Jewel Collins Museum with great success. Eagle Eye's Aaron Jones has more on the story.
I'm here at the Jewel Collins Smith Museum of Fine Art for the 14th annual J. Sanders Film Festival. Unique to the festival this year was a documentary on immigration made by the Auburn Film Society's own Alicio Summerfield. To get more insight on Summerfield's film, I caught up with Auburn's own Dr. Darren Overpeck.
I think Alessio's documentary was incredibly well accomplished. It's his first documentary, and I think that he captured both a uniquely European flavor in the documentary itself, how it presented the arguments. I
also talked with Summerfield himself to get some more insight on his experience.
I'm normally a narrative filmmaker, so for me to do a documentary in general was something kind of out in left field.
Independent filmmakers from all across the South have come to showcase their work in the museum auditorium.
We're always thinking about ways to adapt the festival to changing expectations from students and film goers.
Whatever the festival and Summerfield have planned for the future, I'm sure it'll be a worthwhile experience for moviegoers everywhere. Reporting for Eagle Eye News, I'm Aaron Jones.
To the festival this year, be sure to check in next year to support fellow Auburn students in their work. UPC announced the lineup for their spring concert last week. I headed out to the concourse to see what students had to say about the chosen bands.
Have you heard about the UPC Spring Concert? Have you heard about the UPC Spring Concert? Have you heard about UPC Spring Concert? So, y'all busy April 25th?
I don't know what's going on.
Well, there's this UPC concert. You don't know who's coming for the UPC concert?
No, I don't.
Would you believe me if I told you it was like Justin Bieber?
No.
Do you know who's singing in it?
Ben Rector and some other people.
Need to Breathe and Young the Giant.
Yes, that would be it.
Are you a big fan of any of them?
I'm not.
Do you know any of those?
No.
You don't know any of them? I don't know any Ben Rector songs.
You're missing out on life.
I mean, Ben Rector's pretty good, but I've loved Need to Breathe since I was like in 6th grade.
Need to Breathe. They're great. Do you know a lot of their songs? Yes. Are you going to be singing really loudly at the concert?
Yes, very obnoxiously. If you were my baby, baby, baby.
Fun, dance with me, babe. Go talk to people on benches. Hello.
Hello.
Are you going to the UPC Spring Concert?
The UPC Spring Concert?
You could totally go get a ticket online.
I might do that.
Go to auburn.edu/UPC, then click on events and tickets, and then click reserve your ticket. It's very easy.
Perfect, thank you.
You're welcome.
See you then.
Yeah.
The Auburn Airwaves concert will feature Ben Rector, Need to Breathe, and Young the Giant. The concert will take place Wednesday, April 25th in the Auburn Arena at 7 p.m. It is a free event for students when they bring their student IDs. Speaking of the University Program Council's upcoming events, this Wednesday, UPC is hosting a Spring Fling event on the Student Center green space. The event starts at 10 a.m. and will include tie-dyeing and painting activities. Within the next 2 weeks, they will also host a Tiger Nights event and a stadium movie, so stay tuned to Eagle Eye Entertainment for more information on that. That's all for this week. Stay classy, Auburn. I'm Shannon Smith, and stay tuned for more Eagle Eye news after this commercial break.
Auburn is more than a top 50 public university and one of the nation's few land, sea, and space grant universities. For hundreds of thousands of people worldwide,
War Eagle! War Eagle!
Auburn is family. Visit the Auburn family at wareaglemoment.org.
This is where the Auburn spirit is realized. This is where we believe it's a practical world, and we'll be ready. This is where faculty are mentors, and passionate tradition meets the present and connects us to something larger. This is where we believe in each other, and we're all in to be more than a university. We're family, the Auburn family, and there's nothing else like it. This is Auburn University.
Spring is definitely in the air, and it is turning out to be perfect picnic weather. The College of Agriculture's annual Ag Hill Picnic will be held this Wednesday, April 4th from noon until 2 p.m. You can come out to Comer Hall and be a part of Auburn's Ag Week 2012 celebration. Tickets to this Ag Day feast are available in 107 Comer Hall.
For the 4th consecutive year, an Auburn student has been named a Fulbright Scholar. Paul Bergen has been awarded a Fulbright Scholarship to study in Germany for the 2012-2013 school year. Bergen, a double major in microbiology and German, will continue his research in microbiology at the Technical University in Munich. Last week marked the 47th annual pilgrimage in historical Eufaula, Alabama. I headed down to the festival to learn about its history and the weekend's festivities. The small town of Eufaula, Alabama is welcoming even before you meet its residents, with beautiful houses lining the streets. There is excitement in the air this weekend for the approaching festivities of the long-awaited Eufaula pilgrimage. I stopped by the historical Shorter Mansion to learn the history behind this tradition.
The pilgrimage is an annual tour of homes. We started in 1965. We purchased this house in 1965. The house needed restoring, and we had to have money, and we had to prove to people that we would be able to maintain this house. So what we did, we decided, we went to the bank, we asked if we could borrow some money. The banker, who was one of the first people to come up with money, he said, of course you can borrow money. We told him we would pay that money back with a pilgrimage. And we will have one every year. That will be our main fundraiser. And this is our 47th, Okay, it is the longest running tour in the state of Alabama, and we are so fortunate because we have all these wonderful homes. But what is even more fortunate is the fact that these homeowners are so willing to open their homes so that we can maintain this mansion.
We start off really on Thursday night, and we will have a big opening for the antique show. It will be a wine and cheese from 5 till 7, and people who pay to go in early and have a little champagne will get, they'll get first choice at some of these wonderful items. And then the antique show, of course, goes on throughout the whole weekend. Then at 7:30, there's a concert.
We have one young man, and he is the music director at our First Baptist Church. He's in charge of music. Anybody who has talent, okay, can come down and sing. He organizes it. These are musicians who have period instruments, okay, and we have them at every house that is open. That we have bleachers, and people love it. People love it because it sounds wonderful. If you're browsing through the art show, if you just hear that music, it just makes you happy. Immediately after we cut the ribbon, then all the homes open, and then we have 11 homes. We have so many houses that are open from 9 to 5, and we call these our daytime homes. Okay, and then we have 4 homes that are open in the evening from 6 to 9. And these houses are absolutely beautiful at night, all by candlelight. In one home, we even have a skit. The man who grew up in that house, who built that house, he's been dead 100 years, but he's sitting at the table having a toddy. For a number of years, we had a pilgrimage court, and we had a queen, and we have a presentation where they are all presented. Some people have pilgrimages or tours where they have you just come in, you walk, you're on your own. Okay, not here. We have a beautiful young lady in a pilgrimage gown, or a beautiful young woman who is dressed in her Sunday best, and they tell a little about each room. Also, we have an etiquette course for them, and they help us all during the year. It's wonderful. We also have picnic on the porches. Okay, now those are for tour groups, and this year we are so excited because we have 10 bus tours coming. 10 bus tours. That is wonderful. The first year that we ever had a bus tour was in 1978 when I was chairman.
By the time the pilgrimage was over, I'd learned a little history about the town of Eufaula and about our country. But when it was time to leave, there was only one thing they had to say.
Y'all come back.
Reporting in Eufaula, I'm Chelsea Reynolds, Eagle Eye News. For more information about the pilgrimage and details about next year's event, you can visit EufaulaPilgrimage.com. Now, have you ever been to Eufaula?
I haven't, but it sounds like a small town.
You should definitely go. The people there are literally the nicest people that I've ever met. They want us to stay the weekend.
That's usually what small town people are like. I can imagine it.
Yeah, they were precious. To keep up with all the up-to-date information on the latest news at Auburn, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and visit www.eagleeyetv.com. I'm Chelsea Reynolds.
And I'm Christine Mitchell. Thanks for watching. Have a great week, and War Eagle.